and I can't hug people, and it's really
frustrating.
It's very frustrating because that's like the first thing I want to do.
No hugs.
I meet people, I just want to be like, breathe, it's okay. I can survive without a hug. But yeah, no, I'm a very tactile, huggy sort of person. So I don't like this, like, isolation. I don't like isolation. I don't like not being able to physically connect. Yeah, it's just, we're humans. This is what we do.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Not at all.
But on the bright side, you know, people are starting to be able to work from home, me included.
Yeah.
If they didn't bring out the telehealth thing, I'd be on $0 like that.
So do you meet with your clients via Zoom or some sort of online conferencing software?
I can call them now.
Okay.
Whereas it's always been face to face.
Yeah.
But since Monday, you're now allowed to call a client, and it's still counted as a session.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. But would you rather see them, like even if it's remotely?
That's preferred. Yeah.
Will they not let you do that?
The clients themselves probably won't let you do that. That's the problem.
They should though.
I could still technically do it because it's a house and the room is 10 people.
Yeah.
House.
True. Yeah.
So technically, I
you could
do
still
face
go
to
and
face,
see them.
But so many people are anxious.
Yeah, and I don't know that I would want to go to a client's house.
I'm fine with that. I'm an extrovert.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm an extrovert as well, but you know, when some people are in their own environment, they act a little differently, and they may not treat you as well. I don't know. This is just an assumption. I'm just making a guess. I don't know human beings at all.
I've never had any problems at all.
But it's always been in your
anyone.
space, though, hasn't it?
I've only been worried about one person committing suicide, and I called an ambulance for them. But that's the only problem I've had.
But has it always been in your space? Like your office?
No, always at their place. Yeah.
Oh, do you normally?
I drive to people's houses, yeah.
Oh, wow. So you make house calls?
Yeah, house call, yeah.
That's another thing that's different here. They still make house calls here. And I don't know that we do that in America.
Both happen.
Yeah.
But if you want to do what you're saying, have an office, trust me, I've had that before. And being an extrovert, that drives me nuts.
Yeah, because you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, being in the one box all day.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy. So that's why I went the mobile house call route. Because I like
cool.
New house, new people.
Yeah.
Not
and
just
it sort
same
of
box.
rejuvenates your energy as well as an extrovert.
Way more energy.
Yeah, definitely.
But if I was an introvert, it'd be the opposite.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to go anywhere. You'd just be like, I'm gonna sit behind this curtain all day.
Exactly.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
The confessional.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's all right.
We can do some tele-evangelism.
Yeah,
There's some demons out there.
Would it be bad of me to mix beers?
By the name of Corona. And that's our vaccine. Just for today.
So you're not an anti-vaxxer?
Most people with that many kids are anti-vaxxers.
No, they
All
are?
my kids are vaccinated.
Good on you.
When I worked in the hospital, in the office, I did start to go, I've got to get out of this place.
Yeah. It will make you stir crazy. And that's the same as being an office worker. You know, they encourage you to get up and get away from your desk and get out of your office for a little bit every day. And I've had those days where I've sat there all day, like from 7, and the next thing I know, it's like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, oh my god, I haven't even gone to the bathroom. What the hell? You know?
You were very busy.
Yeah, well,
I can say
sometimes you just go. I had an intern, she's lovely, and she would always come by, have you had lunch? Did you eat today? Get up and go eat. And I'm like, okay, Mom, jeez. But, you know, she was very good at making sure that I would eat, because I would just literally sit and work all day long.
Yeah. Well, you were into it then. That's for sure.
Well, and I enjoyed what I did. I was a project engineer, and I, like I said, I made every job that I did enjoyable and fun. I always tried to put some fun into it, because you have to. I mean, otherwise, why be there?
Just for the money? Yeah, that's not
That's not a good enough reason.
But it's not, yeah.
It's not a good enough reason.
It's not a good enough reason. No, I agree.
Yeah. At least for me, it's not a good enough reason. I think for some people it might be, but it's definitely not for me.
Same.
Yeah, I feel that I can't be my optimum best if I'm doing something I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
So you get out of it and find ways to leave, sneak out. Like if you're finding that you don't enjoy getting up in the morning to go to your job, or that you're sneaking out early, or that you're constantly taking breaks, or you're not getting your work done, get out.
It's usually a good sign.
It's a good sign. Leave that job, because eventually they will find out that you are coming into work late, or you're leaving early, or you're taking lots of breaks, and then they will fire you.
And sick days.
Yeah, and sick days.
If you've got them in America.
Yeah, we do. As far as I never got that sick. Once I had to have surgery, and they were just like, I was like, the doctor recommends 2 weeks, and I'm like, go. We don't have to fill out certificates that I know of, but again, I've never been that sick.
Yeah.
I needed to do that. But yeah, the one time I needed to take 2 weeks off, I just told my boss, and he was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, thanks.
I feel sorry for casuals at the moment, actually.
Yes.
They've probably been hit the hardest.
They have been, but apparently a new stimulus package has come out for them, a job seeker package. I haven't read through all of it yet because I would be affected by that, considering because I'm a sole trader.
So am I.
Me too.
Yes, yeah. So yeah,
Join the
exactly.
club.
Yep. I am a business with no employees.
Yes.
Myself.
Same thing.
Yep.
Banks don't know what to do with this. The government doesn't know what to do with this.
No.
We always get harassed at tax time.
Yeah.
Fix your subcontractor system, people.
Exactly.
Really frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, it can
I get
be.
the same issues.
Yeah. So it's and it's only been, I feel like it's been months, but it's only been a couple
Yeah, I
of
know.
weeks. It has literally been like 2 weeks, and that's
Yeah,
it.
same.
And I feel like we've gone through months of heartache in this 2 week period.
Time has slowed down.
It has, or it's sped up, or it's done something. I don't know what it's done, but it's not what I expected it to be at all.
The towns are gradually becoming ghost
I expected there to be more zombies, right?
Really?
Yeah.
More zombies.
Yeah, a few more zombies or some aliens or some shit.
Really?
Why the fuck am I staying inside?
If you need to go to the toilet,
Yeah.
use his
Yeah.
and just have a look at the books next to his toilet.
Oh my god, is that the one upstairs?
No,
this
no
one
downstairs, just here? Okay.
Yeah, around the side.
He's got a pile of, you know how some people have pornography next to the toilet?
Wait, no. What?
Well, I
What?
don't. Some people have pornography in their toilet.
Really?
Yeah, that's a thing. It exists.
I didn't know
He's got a pile of alien books.
Yeah, hell
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Really light relief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to get porn?
He really loves
People
aliens.
still read printed porn?
I don't know.
That's just funny to me.
Maybe they do.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I actually have nothing in my bathroom.
Maybe in
terms
some
of
third world
magazines.
countries, but
Maybe.
us developed nations have this thing called the internet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I just take my phone with me. That's
Tap away.
Sometimes my phone is charging and I need to read some alien stuff just to have a giggle, right?
That's hilarious. Do you like
Yes, he's
aliens?
He's got a library of
Yeah.
aliens.
It's aliens.
I can't say that they
We're
don't
being
exist.
invaded.
I can't say they don't exist. Zombies, I can say do
They
not
do
exist.
exist.
They actually do in Haiti.
You've never seen somebody.
Yes, they do.
You've never seen someone with rabies.
No.
Check that shit out.
Really?
Yeah, it's a virus.
Yes.
If you get bitten by a rabid animal,
Yes.
it travels to your brain,
Mm-hmm.
takes it over,
And then what?
and then makes you bite and spit at people to spread the disease to other people,
Wow.
and then you die.
Okay. Yeah. That's so
After.
crazy.
They're zombies.
So
Just
crazy.
check it out.
I might have to
Check it
look
out.
at that. I might have to
YouTube a
look at
couple of
Try it
rabies
out.
cases.
Ugh.
It's crazy.
I don't even want to know. That's just so
I-
weird to me. Could you imagine though, like if one rabid dog like bites its whole family, and then that family goes out and starts biting everybody? We could potentially have a zombie apocalypse.
I would much rather corona than rabies.
Yeah, same.
Definitely would. I would, if I had a choice
No,
between
man.
corona and
Give me
rabies.
a hammer.
Give me corona any
Yeah.
day.
No, I'd rather. No, I'm not talking about getting infected myself. I'm saying about the fun that's involved with the disease, right? Now, there's no. But if it was a zombie apocalypse, man,
not fun.
I've seen the TV shows. I'd be good with a hammer.
Oh wouldn't want to. I would just feel like, no, just leave me alone. That's gross. I don't want to do that. No.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the
So what sort of apocalypse were you looking forward to?
Oh, I'm not looking forward to anyone. No, I don't want an apocalypse. I don't know. Oh, okay. I will say, no, I'm not going to say that.
Why not?
I'm not. Yeah, no. Okay, I'll say it. I did think about what happened when the Black Plague first hit, and it, decimated populations in Europe. And it meant that the people who either survived it or were left, if you survived it and you had a stronger immune system and you passed that down through your family lineage, and for those who were still there, then, they just got to reclaim land and stuff. So I kind of thought, well, if that happens, I'm going to go get some farmland.
Yeah.
So, get some what?
Farmland.
Wow.
I'm gonna go stake a claim.
Yeah.
I'm gonna colonize an area, claim it in the name of me, and be like, this is mine.
Yeah.
This is mine.
Yeah, right.
Just make a flag with your face on it.
I'm not even gonna do that.
After it's all
I'm
done.
just gonna be like, get off my lawn. I have never even shot a gun, but
Oh, well, I bet you could if you tried. Yeah.
I'd be like, this is my property
Once it's your
now.
property at stake, I bet you'd know. You'd learn quick.
Oh yeah, you would. So that's that's the thought that sort of went through my head, and I was like, oh, Asabi, that's wrong. Don't do that. Don't say that. Don't think that. You don't want that. You don't want that.
A musket might be difficult.
No, because then
I'm
you
pretty
gotta.
sure modern
It takes
firearms
too long.
Yeah.
It takes way too long. I want to know how they did it. Like, I mean, obviously, when tons of people died, like, think about it. In Italy, fuck. We should all be going to Italy right now. New York, there's some really nice apartments there. You can just be like,
there'll be some good real estate there.
I think they're worth $3.7 million each.
Some of them
about this
are.
big.
At the moment they are.
some of the smaller ones, but there's some really nice ones in like Upper Manhattan. But anyway, so that's probably the dire thought that I had from all of this was, if I survive it, I might be able to reclaim some land. It's terrible. I'm a colonist.
Yeah. Well, you're learning. You learn from the best. Colonizing's all right,
I'm repeating history. I'm repeating history. I do often. I have these like what if scenarios in my head, so I'm like, what if colonization never happened? What, like, if it had never happened 400 or 500 years ago, where would I today be? Would I still be in Africa? Or would the world have somehow gotten together and people still migrated and we'd still come out to where we are now, but just different? So I wonder about those kind of things. Like,
Well, you're talking inventions now. So the Europeans got the steam engine and they could travel.
Yes, but they
the
didn't
seas
have to take places over. They didn't have. They didn't.
But they
have
had
to
guns.
Well, yeah, but just because you have something doesn't mean that you have to do it.
Well, that's true. That's true. But you also had the social Darwinism thing we talked about.
Yeah.
Like when the English came to Australia, they literally thought that the Indigenous Australians were lower down the rung of humanity than the more evolved white dude.
But why did they think that? Let's unpack that, because there's.
They thought monkey to man.
Yes.
That was their thinking. Social Darwinism. They thought.
Not all of them.
We must be at the top. No, not all of them.
Yeah.
Especially not the Christian folks.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. Which a large part of them were Christian.
There was a large part
Everybody
that
was
were
Christian
too.
back then.
Yeah, so
It became a popular theory that white guys are at the top. We've got the guns. You guys have still got Stone Age weapons, boomerangs and sticks, and they just went.
Yes.
Ran right over the top.
I think personally they just didn't give a shit and they just said land.
Well, that's
fuck it, let's just take it.
All the above, but the social Darwinism was used as an excuse.
An excuse for racism? Is that what you're saying?
An excuse for racism.
Oh.
Yeah. We're at the top. They must be somewhere closer to a monkey. So we've got the guns. Bum bum bum.
But
a lot of people had that attitude.
Yeah, no.
A lot of people.
I can
probably in America too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it's the same people.
Oh, okay.
It was the same people. So the
I can
English.
only speak for Australian history.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same people. So the English, it was also the English, and yes, they came over, and then they had this idea of manifest destiny, meaning that So we landed on this little tiny part of this continent, but we want all of it, all the way to the other sea or ocean. And so that's kind of, and even after they started building cities and little towns and kind of moving, they just kept going westward and expanding.
Actually, that's another variable too. Have you heard of terra nullius?
Yes, I have.
That's why nomadic peoples were regarded as not owning the land, because they didn't have any structures
Yes,
built.
that's right.
So the
Yep.
teepees didn't count, the wigwams didn't count, there was no permanent structures.
Yep.
So that was an English law as well. If you come across a land and there's no permanent structures, you don't have to make a treaty. That's why the...
Can I
that's why
do that today?
No, but that's why the Maoris...
Wait till after the virus.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do it.
But that's why the Maoris in New Zealand have
Yeah.
a treaty.
Yes.
The indigenous Australians don't
Didn't.
have a treaty.
Yeah.
Because they were classified as nomadic.
Well, strength
No
in
permanent
numbers,
structure.
right? So the
So it was all
Kiwis
kind of-
knew to band together.
Oh, they also won significant battles too.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I see your guns and I raise you with my spear.
Yeah, and then I eat you.
Yeah.
They did a good job, yeah.
They did. They
did
really
beat them
did.
back.
I can only imagine what would Australia be like if our indigenous had done the same thing or
They'd
had that
probably have a
same
treaty.
temperament. Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
different. Be like New Zealand. Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
might
it's
also
not, and that's the ecosystem, is that that's not the case
right.
with this country. you
Yeah.
know? So would Australia be the same?
Sorry, I'm a history jerk.
No,
would Australia
that's
be
great.
the same?
Love it.
Would Australia be the same if the native people were warrior-like? Like that's shaped New Zealand's culture,
Well, they were warriors.
and yes, they were, but it was very different with the Māori.
well, the Maori were
very
more
different.
united.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had more strength in a small
Yeah,
place.
Yeah.
smaller place, a bit like England,
Yeah.
which is a small place with a lot of people.
In Australia, way
It's
more
a small
sparse.
place with
Different
a lot of
languages
people.
too.
Yes.
Indigenous
Right on.
had tens of thousands of different languages.
Yes. Exactly.
Every
Yeah,
tribe.
yeah, that's
They
right.
couldn't communicate to each other.
No.
So
And,
you've got all
and
that
in some
variable.
cases they were
They had
warring with
ways.
each other as well.
Yeah.
So they're
What,
they're
was that
more
different in New
unified.
Zealand?
The Maoris more unified.
Were they wars?
I believe so.
Between Aboriginal tribes?
Yeah, right. No, not Aboriginal.
No, he.
Maori.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Were they? So they weren't completely united, but
They were more. What I'm saying is they were more united.
more united.
So more
I think
homogeneous.
they-
more of an empire.
The word's homogeneous.
Yeah.
More-
Homogeneous.
I think they saw
Similar- same
they were
language.
able to see the common threat. I think is probably which
okay.
is a bit easier to do when you're in a more
When you can talk
confined
to each
space.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
small
And
space.
language as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
like
those things.
like the English language and small space became
Like
empires
Africa's
and
not united.
conquerors.
No, definitely
But
not.
they faced a continent that was united as well and had a common tongue. And so,
Common tongue.
unlike Australia or Africa for that matter, much more divided, much larger.
Much
space.
larger.
Yes.
And in the same way that, say, Africa's got all these nations. It's a big place, but there's nation. Australia was the same.
And
They
tribes.
just-
And tribes.
yeah, but I'm saying that at the moment, you look at a map and there's like big space.
Yeah, just
lots
because you've
and
got a
lots of
country called
tribes,
Nigeria
lots and lots
doesn't
of
mean
tribes, lots and lots of nations.
homogeneous.
And Australia, you've got lots and lots of nations.
Yeah.
They just, it wasn't so recognised by the English, so
Yeah.
they didn't draw it on the
So
map.
and it's much like I'm surprised
It's much
Africa
the same.
hasn't tried to unify, but it's because there is so much conflict between a number of countries
Different
still.
languages.
Yeah.
And all the same.
Well, I mean, they all like English has kind of been a unifying language
And
across
French.
the world. English and French, yeah, but
In Africa.
more people speak English. Well,
Oh,
no,
really?
that's not true.
More people
um,
speak Spanish.
Yes,
weirdly
more
enough.
people speak Spanish, but
They were
in
conquerors too.
Africa, there are a lot of English-speaking people. So not necessarily that's the language of the country, but there are a lot of people that speak English. And I'm
That's
really
interesting. Oh, that's interesting with regard to South Africa, because it was actually the Dutch who colonised.
yes.
But they speak English as
Well, they
their
speak
primary
English
language.
and Afrikaans, which is like a Dutch. It's like a mixture of Dutch, English, and what's the other language?
I just wonder where they get the English from.
Because the English were there as well. So the Boer Wars.
The Boer
right?
War, yeah.
What's?
But didn't the Dutch win the Boer War? Or was
I
it the
have no
Poms?
idea. I don't know who won it.
Maybe it was the Poms. Maybe that's where the English comes from.
I know Australians participated in it.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did. That was our first big war, actually, the Boer
Yeah.
War.
And I'm assuming the Australians were fighting on the side of the English.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Actually.
Yeah, we went on the side of the Dutch. No,
No, they were with the French, actually.
we were
The French
definitely
were
not
part
on
of
the
that?
side of the Dutch.
Yeah.
I did
Totally.
not know this.
We were with
I
the French.
did not know this.
In spirit, if not our army.
Yeah, right. That's very interesting.
We-
I haven't studied the Boer Wars at all.
Oh, I'm not too big on it.
I always think of sausage.
I think it's too.
Okay.
Boer-
that sounds like a
Boer
concept
sausage.
to explore.
What's that sausage called? They've got a sausage.
Frank?
No, it's the South African. It's like
Oh, biltong.
African sausage.
yeah, it's Boer something, and it reminds me of the word Boer Wars when I hear it.
Yeah, the Boers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Boer.
yeah, but there's a sausage and it's
They
usually
call it
you can
Boer.
buy it here, and it's usually
The
coiled.
swirly one. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
it's massive. It's tasty.
A massive curly sausage.
Yes.
Oh,
Again, another podcast.
might have to try it.
It's tasty.
That's in Asabi too.
Yeah. All of the stuff that goes in that other podcast, yeah, you have to pay for that one.
Yeah.
I've had plenty
We'll
of
start a
biltong.
Patreon. or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Plenty of biltong. They're not bad with their meat though.
Yeah, the meat is really good. I've been to Zimbabwe, and they took us to this sort of cultural center place where you get to eat all the foods, and they've got people doing cultural dances, and it was awesome. And I ate zebra, I ate gazelle. It was tasty. I remember I ate some sort of pig animal. I can't remember which one it was. Warthog maybe? I don't know. It was good. Like all the food were good. I ate those little worms, those mealworms.
What? Worms were yummy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was surprised by
Mealworms? What are they
snails. I
called?
wouldn't try worms, but I was surprised by snails, man. That's
I
tasty
love
meat.
snails.
Mm.
Snails are
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
See, this
I
is
was
all
really
foreign to me.
Well, yes.
It was
Where-
pretty foreign to me too. When I tried it, I'm like,
You can get snails in Brisbane. They're French restaurants. Yeah, they
in
have
Sydney's
snails.
where I tried them too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You can find
Bit
snails
of
if you
garlic
want to try it.
butter. Oh,
I don't know.
so
They
yummy.
just don't look good.
It does look good.
Really?
It
They
does.
present
They
it
look
well.
like
They
little
actually present it quite
oysters.
well. Yeah.
Do you still have the shell?
Do you eat
No,
oysters?
Huh? Oh.
Do you eat oysters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
It's
oysters.
similar, as you said. with
Yeah, but
salad.
it's not slimy.
Or
No,
salty.
it's not slimy.
Yeah.
No.
What about salty?
It's not like a. It's not like a.
It depends on
anchovy.
how. Yeah.
It's not like that.
No, it depends
No.
on how they prepare it. So
Yeah.
I've always had it in like a nice kind of garlic butter sauce with a nice fresh bread. Oh,
Should be a salesman.
so good.
You're making me actually think about eating those
You
things.
should have escargot. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just
Do
Seriously.
it. As Nike says, just do it.
Bloody French.
Yes. Oh, the French are great. I love French people. They're amazing. I love France. France is
I
beautiful.
love France too. I love you.
Thanks, France.
Enjoy
Hey, I
those.
saw a cool meme
Enjoy
the
those
other
snails.
Day. Saw a cool meme the other day
Yeah.
that had the Eiffel Tower with the Eye of Sauron on it. Yeah. Okay, so you know a Lord of the Rings reference.
Yes,
right?
I do, yes.
And
I'm
then
a nerd.
You said that to me, I gave him a blank face.
it's like, what? They
Weird.
showed me a video
I'm not a
of
fantasy person.
the Empire State Building where they've actually got this red light
Yeah, going
sirens.
the siren. Yeah.
Yeah. Memes become reality.
They
in these
can.
crazy times.
Yeah. Could you imagine if New York were on fire?
It wouldn't burn. It's all made of concrete.
I wonder if the
It could
mayor's...
burn. The Twin Towers
No.
burned.
Yeah, there's a lot of jet fuel involved.
Well,
A lot
that's
of
what I'm
poor,
saying. Like, you
A
know.
lot of poor like fire control. as well.
Yeah, it was. I'm a
building that
believer
shows
because
it.
I watched those towers come down. I do believe that one of them was exploded. It looked like charges
It
going
wasn't
off.
right, was it?
No.
It was
And
like what's that
oh.
called? The Oklahoma City bombing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it was
different.
like watching that collapse.
Yeah.
Watching this collapse to me looked a bit similar. Like
Yeah.
someone had
What I saw
Someone
was
tried to blow
two
that up.
I
big
saw
fucking
from the
seven...
bottom.
Poof, poof. Yes.
from the bottom, not from the top.
And I love watching demolition videos. So I remember standing there with my coworkers and I was like, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? And I was just watching it like just little it looked like little charges going off and I'm like, how did that happen? So I don't know. And then the tower fell. This was
Collapsed from the top down.
the
that one.
second. So it was Tower
Didn't.
1, I
The
think.
others.
Because Tower 2 fell
Tower
first.
7's the
I don't
problem.
buy into
Tower
conspiracy.
7's the big problem.
Yeah.
That came down with nothing. Nothing was around Tower 7. Why did that one go down?
Yeah, I don't
Rubble.
know.
You reckon
Yeah.
it spread that far with all the buildings everywhere?
I don't know.
I only got that building, not the
And
other.
I don't buy into conspiracy because the same mob of people forget this.
Mm-hmm.
The same mob of people tried it a few years beforehand. Was
Yes,
it
in 1993.
1993.
1993 when they
They
tried
put
to
the
bomb.
truck bombs in the basement.
Yeah, I saw that on Die Hard too.
But September
Was it Die Hard
11.
1?
No, it's true story.
It's true, it's a real story.
September
I can
11.
imagine it, 'cause
Yeah.
it's
September
seen it
11.
before.
They
They
went.
just ran a plane.
Yeah, straight up plane. That was inventive.
It was, you know what I thought though? Okay, so, and most people don't remember this. At the time, I want to say like within like 8 weeks, the 8 weeks leading up to that, there were these news stories about, I think there were 2 or 3 of them about drunk pilots. And there were these pilots that they were catching
Oh,
drunk,
okay,
right?
on. So
And
they did a
so-
little fire drill before
So
the
replace
actual...
I
with
don't know.
jihadists.
I
That's a great idea.
maybe.
Drunk pilots.
Yep.
Jihadists.
These
They
guys
don't
are
drink.
literally not allowed to drink.
They don't
No,
drink.
Don't drink.
Get them in there.
And so I remember I was getting ready for work that morning, and they were like, a plane has just hit one of the Twin Towers, and the first thing that I thought was, oh, well, one of those fucking drunk pilots just fucked it up.
Wow.
There you go. And I didn't think anything else of it. I didn't think, oh, this is a terrorist attack, oh, it's tragic. I just thought, fine, they finally fucked up.
Yeah,
And
fuck
now what are
those
they going
drunk
to do?
pilots. You need
Maybe
jihadists.
that's actually what happened. There was just a day when there were so many drunk pilots, and then
And one of them just happened to hit a building.
And they
oh
just,
my
no,
God.
a few of them did, because one of them flew at least near the Pentagon,
Yeah.
if not into it. I'm not even sure.
That's a
But,
conspiracy theory.
I thought
there.
that
But
was
maybe
Loch
that
Ness
day,
Monster
maybe
taking
that
the
day
boat.
there were just a bunch of drunk pilots.
Possibly.
And so in order to stop the panic of people being too scared to get on planes because of all these drunk pilots, they've just said, "We're under attack!
Maybe.
We're under attack!"
I don't know.
Yeah.
They could have got
But
Mormons
the
to do it.
crazy thing is, nobody thought it was an attack for at least an hour. Like, because I remember, so I was working for, who was I working for? Chevron? Texaco?
Yeah.
One of them. And it was a 45-minute drive for me from my home out to the field. And I remember putting on my shoes and watching the news going, oh, okay, well, that's fucked.
it was
Pilots, whatever. And by the time I got out to work, they were still trying to work out what's going on. But the second plane had
Yeah,
hit
you're right,
the other
yeah.
tower.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
tower that flipped people.
Yeah,
right
they started to go,
freak out.
is this, what's happening here? Yeah, so,
This is
Yeah,
an
I remember,
accident.
I remember watching it too, man. So I remember the first time I saw the fucking plane hitting the second building.
Yeah.
As well. It's like, oh, fuck. This is actually, it's a mess.
it's a mess.
It's a mess.
Now, were you guys scared? How old were you when that happened? Were you
I
adults
was
or were you
19.
still kids?
I
You
was
were
19.
you were a kid. That's a kid to me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 4 years older, so I was 23.
Okay.
No, 2001.
Was it 2000?
Was it
I don't even know
what year was it?
Yeah,
I think it was
2001.
2001. I think you're right.
2000. It was 2000 or 2001.
2000.
So I'm a little
20.
bit older than
19.
you.
Pretty sure it was
Yeah.
2001.
1920.
Sure,
That's-
1920. The Hindenburg, whatever.
Probably 19. Because it was my
It was-
housemate, my other drunk
Look
mate.
that up.
Because
woke me
everybody
up.
calls it 9/11. They never say the year, do they?
No, they don't. They just remember the date.
Pretty sure it's 2001.
But here they call it 11/9, wouldn't you?
We
Yeah,
would say.
you would
So
say
you say 9/11.
11. Yeah,
It's
9/11,
different.
yeah.
We like to drive on the other side of the road too.
Yeah, I know.
just
Only
like those
30%.
fucking French, right?
The French don't drive on the other
They
side.
do for us.
Oh yeah, they drive on the same
2001.
side of the road as
Sorry.
we do.
2001.
2001. The Space
Yeah.
Odyssey.
Oh, that's such a weird movie.
Yeah, we were actually in the car on the way to work
It's not
because we
me.
worked at the same place back then.
Oh,
The
right.
next
okay.
day,
It was on the radio.
I heard from my housemate. He's just like, Jam. Someone's just flown a building into the trade center. I'm like,
What?
fuck off. I gotta work tomorrow. Fuck off. And so I just went straight back to sleep. And then we got up. Like, I used to carpool with these two.
Yeah.
And they'd pick me up from my place at Annalee. And we heard it on the radio. It's like, this is real?
Yeah.
This is actually fucking
Was
real?
it middle of the night? Because for
It
us
was
it
late
It
was.
was really early
Yeah.
in the morning for us.
No,
Really
because it was
early.
early in the morning for us. So it
was
happened at like 8
by the
By the
a.m.
time we
10,
were getting
11
Oh, by the time you
o'clock.
heard
we
it,
had just
yes.
woken up.
I'm
Okay.
thinking 10,
Going to
11
work,
o'clock
yeah.
I might have been woken up by Josh, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
still
exactly.
dark.
Because it was around 5:30ish. Because I had to be at work at 6:30.
Yeah.
So I would have been getting ready around 5:15, 5:20 to leave the house.
Yeah, when
And
we
then it's 3 hours ahead in New York because I was in California.
Okay.
when we woke up for like 6 a.m. go to work,
Yeah.
both towers were already both gone.
Yes.
gone,
Yeah.
gone.
They
That's
would
what
have
I
been
was saying.
completely
Yeah.
obliterated. Yeah. But it was weird. We did no work that day. None whatsoever. Like because we all had CNN patched to our computers, so you're just working and then you're just kind of watching CNN and then after just before the first tower fell or tower 2 before it fell, we all congregated into one person's office and then we basically just stayed there the rest of the day and our bosses were kind of like make sure if you have family in the area or friends just make sure they're okay but don't
Well, were you
even
in
worry.
actual New York at the
California.
No, I was in California.
time? Oh, California, okay.
But I had a friend who was
See,
working.
California is the place you ought to be.
Yeah, that's what Jeb said. I had a friend
Move to
working in the
Beverly.
tower, and she actually messaged us. And because they were a lot of people left, and then they were cleared to go back in. They were like, "Oh, it's been contained. You can go back in." So a lot of people went back, and she messaged, and she was like, "Hey, I'm okay. They've cleared us to go back, but I'm just gonna go home."
Go back into the building.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I don't understand that either.
You have a jumbo hit a building, you can go back inside the building.
I think they just thought, oh, it's contained to these floors. I don't know.
That's mental.
It is. It's crazy. And then there were people jumping out of the.
Yeah, I saw that and heard that. Oh.
Yeah, in a crisis, please don't go crazy, folks. 'cause
No,
that is
don't.
crazy.
That is good. But I mean, like I think you would die from smoke inhalation before actual. Like I wouldn't want to die from fire. Definitely not.
No,
I
you
wouldn't
have
want to
your head
die.
smashed in by the cement above you.
Yeah, possibly. Well, these people were above it, so because it hit.
Oh, they
you
burnt,
know.
yeah.
They would have been killed by the smoke coming in from
Yeah,
the
they
Yeah,
burnt.
yeah.
They burnt.
squash
Yeah.
Yeah.
up to the roof.
Because there's no way to get out.
They're the ones that jumped out
Yeah, some of those people jumped.
because they couldn't
Yeah,
take
yeah.
the smoke and they
Yeah.
just jumped out of the
I remember
window.
that.
Ugh. Like, how do you? Yeah. Oh, it is. It's a terrible thing. Terrible thing.
Lovely
Great conversation,
walk
guys.
down memory lane.
I'm off and
Oh, I think it's.
down these
So
streets
let the
before.
pilots be drunk.
But the sidewalks always stayed beneath my feet before. It hasn't come and smacked me in the
Oh
face.
God.
All at once am I several stories high.